What's good, guys? Prince Sports. Drink the coffee and make you feel better. But today's coffee, I don't know if it's going to make you feel better. It may be a little sour, maybe a little bad, because the Joker won his third MVP.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
And the first question that came to my mind was, nevertheless, why? Now you may say, hey, hold on. They got the same record as OKC. OKC just beat them by an inch for the number one seed. Cool. That's not the problem. You won 2 MVPs prior to this one. One of them shouldn't have been yours in the first place, right? And it's getting to a point. What is the criteria for MVP right now? Everything seems to be out of whack. Because back in the day, or even in recent years, it used to be the guy that's putting up dominant stats, number one on his team, and his team is winning, right? But even on the top 3 list, you had Luka on there. Okay, Luka was a 5th seed. And what about Jason Tatum? His team won 60 games. I think his team was the only team in the league that won 60 games. So now we're not honoring winning? Why is his name not even mentioned in the MVP list for top 3? That's ridiculous. Then you got a guy like Joker that won multiple MVPs. Now, if you won multiple MVPs, you have to be doing something a little bit different. You can't keep winning MVPs for doing the same thing that you won the MVP for the year prior. If that was the case, then guys like Jordan, LeBron, and all these other guys should have won MVP every single year because they put up very similar stats year after year, right? Regardless if it was less dominant or dominant, whatever. So it's not just about stats. It's not just about dominance. It's also about the surprise element. And this is why I think Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the real MVP of this season. He's on a team that is organically developed, all draft picks, and they were underdogs. Nobody looked at that team and said, hey, that team is going to be the number 1 seed. Nobody looked at that team and said, hey, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to be one of the best players in the league, right? He was 3rd in scoring this year. He had most 30-point games, right? Put his team on his back a little more consistently than the Joker, who had guys that's a little bit more proven. A little bit more, right? And no knock against the Joker. You guys won a championship, but he shouldn't be getting MVPs every year just for the same old stats that he produced, right? And it should go to the guy that's having the best year too, all right? All of those elements, your stats, dominance, your winning, and having the best year should be the 3 main benefits for it. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander checks off all of those, all right? This upcoming season was a good year for the Joker, but it was almost the same old story. So if you're going to win the MVP and you won multiple MVPs already, you better be doing something that you haven't done in the last few years that you won an MVP. Show me something different. At least average a triple-double while you become the number 1 seed. Then we could say something different, right? But if you average 25 points a game last year and you won MVP, and you average 25 a game this year and you still win MVP, it's almost deja vu. You don't deserve to win MVP for repeating the same process. Show me something different to why you deserve the MVP award. And I think this is one of the biggest problems with the NBA. You guys tend to give the award now basically on who's a popular guy. Now, here's the reason why I think the Joker mainly won. He is rivals to one of the biggest stars in the league for this generation, which is LeBron James, right? He's a bigger name than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who's also often quiet. But the NBA, you shot yourself in the foot because you could have gave the award to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, build him up, and he could be the future top 5 or face of the league for you guys. You need to move on, okay? If a guy like the Joker is not winning over fans, but he's great, then put him in the Tim Duncan category. But you got to promote and look at all these other stars as well. That's bad coffee. That's bad marketing. Who's going to be the face of the league in the next few years if you're not awarding guys that win, that having great seasons, that's new on the scene? You got to give it to somebody new sometimes. You can't keep giving the MVP award to the same old people, man. Sports out, man. Peace.